Alright guys and girls, welcome to another episode of Astral Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? Alright, check it out. Behind me, I got that 2002 Dodge Stratus with the timing belt, and Billy Bob diagnosed the timing belt. Remember that? Yeah, buddy! Today we're going to start removing the timing belt and see what the heck is going on. This is going to be part 1. Coming up on Astral Auto Repairs. This channel is a member of the Astral Stars, which means we have a zero-tolerance policy against the harassment of others. Anybody who violates that policy will be banned. For further information, please visit www.theastralstars.com. Alright guys, check it out. The first thing, jack the vehicle up and get it up on jack stands. Let's look up under here and see how I got these jack stands. You got 2 of them. One right there. And one right there, right up under the card, right up behind the cardboard. All right, let's go out here. And the first thing you're gonna need is grab your 1/2-inch drive air gun or cordless gun, whatever one you got. You're gonna need a 15mm deep 1/2-inch drive socket. You're gonna need a 13mm or a 1/2-inch drive shallow socket. A 1-inch wobble socket, and what I mean by wobble socket, wobble extension, is that when you put this on, a regular extension will stay just like that, but a wobble one, unless it wobbles, you're definitely going to need that. Okay, then we got a 4 1/4-inch 1/2-inch drive extension, and this one is, let's say, a 12-inch 1/2-inch drive extension. Now these measurements right here does not have to be precise. You can go a little bit longer, but definitely not a little bit shorter. Now, I'm gonna grab these tools and let's get up under the car. We'll be right back. Alright guys, I got my setup hooked up. My 1/2-inch drive socket, my wobble, my 4 1/4-inch extension, and my 12-inch 1/2-inch drive extension. And watch, I'm bringing it back here, behind, here's the stabilizer bar, going behind the stabilizer bar and going up. Now, what am I going up to? Let me leave that right there. Let me show you where I'm going up to. Alright, we go over here, and if you look right there, you see those 4 bolts right there. 1, 2, 3, and there's one right on the other side. We're going to be taking those off. So as you can see, with that you're going to definitely need that wobble, or you're going to need a swivel extension. That's 1. Let me make sure I got this. Well, I'm going to get 2 hands, so you get that. 2, then I'm going to go to the top, number 3, and right on the other side, I'm going to get number 4. And as you can see, my extension comes out right past here, right past the torsion bar. So as like I said, you can't go shorter, but you can go a little bit longer if you want. So I'm going to get my, now at that point you can use a 1/2-inch, definitely don't try to use 3/8 because these bolts might be kind of tight. Definitely go with a 1/2-inch drive ratchet if you're using a ratchet. Alright, let's get those off. And matter of fact, I'm going to pass the camera back over to Sylvia, so she can see. Now I'm on that top bolt I had up there. My okay, that's 1. And I'm going to switch over and get the other 3. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we got all 4 bolts out. And as you can see now, our exhaust system is hanging down. Now you might want to ask why the heck I did that. Because I'm going to show you a nice way of doing this job because you know in the front of the engine, it is very close to the body, which is almost impossible to get that timing belt and all that out of here. All right, the next thing we'll do is grab our 15mm deep 1/2" drive onto our 1/2" drive gun, and you got 3 bolts here. 1, 2, and 3. And they're going to be holding on to this motor mount right here, which we're going to disconnect. So we're going to go ahead, take those 3 out. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, here's the reason why we disconnected that. You see how close this is? This is really close to have to do the timing belt. Even disconnect the front motor mount, like I'm about to show you, and jack this engine up. With that mount and that exhaust, you can only pick it up so far. Notice I didn't disconnect the mount over this side. Can you see it? Yeah. If you look down in there, right here. See that? Mm-hmm. Notice I didn't disconnect that mount. Why didn't I? Because I didn't want this intake to go over and damage the fans or anything. So now, when I jack this engine up, it's going to tilt, come out this way. We might have to get the coil off. I'm hoping not, but so we can jack this thing up high enough without the exhaust and that mount holding us back, because I don't like when the man holds us back. So next thing, guys, what? Oh, you want to say, Sylvia, want to say something?
No.
All right, Sylvia, give us a joke.
Why did the boy take the fishing net to bed?
Why did the boy take the fishing net to bed? Why did the boy take the fishing net to bed? He wanted to catch his dreams?
No.
Oh well. Answer it in the comment section below. We're not going to give you the answer. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to do is, this is something else you may not have to do, but I'm going to do it because I want to be able to easily get to this timing belt. You see these AC lines right here? We're going to disconnect them. Now this system does not have any Freon in it. As you can see right here, here's a Stratus valve. This system is empty. So you want to make sure your system is empty, and if you want to disconnect this, take it to your local auto parts or auto repair shop, and they will evac the system for you. But there is a way, you jacking it up, we can probably work around it. But I just want to get it out of the way so we got some good camera angles. Now I'm going to take my screwdriver and point down here. You got that little clip right there and that little clip right there. These things just, see if I can, see how it pops off? And let me reach my hand down here and take that off. Alright, there's one. Put it up there, and then I'm going to take off the other one on the other side. We'll be right back. Alright guys, you know what I was going to do is use a special tool and disconnect those lines, but we're going to do it this an easy way. If you look in the center of those 2 lines, there's 2 torque bolts. Those are a T30 Torx. So what I'm going to do is grab my 12-inch extension with a T30 socket and go right there, and we get to pull out the pole driver. Yeah, buddy. We're gonna go in there, take off both screws. Alright, let's get those screws out of there, and we'll be right there. Now, but before I do that, guys, those screws might be way down there, and sometimes you get your hand down there, and sometimes you can't. So what we're going to do is use a magnet. And actually, I can use the back. Let me cut this light off. We use the back of the light to get them off. Check that out. So you ain't going to go to the store and get you one.
Is your big bill light?
Yeah, that's right. This is the Big Bill flashlight. Look at that magnet. Helped out a lot. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing we do is grab your pole driver again. And now get you a 10mm deep socket, 3/8 drive. And, well actually you probably had to remove that to get all this out of the way. You got a 10mm bolt right here that's holding on the line. Take that out, move it to the side, put your bolt back in there, and that way you know exactly where that bolt goes. And I try to do this with like all the bolts I take out. The next thing we're going to do is go over here. We got two 10mm bolts holding on our expansion tank. These are actually screws. Like that. Then we got a 10mm bolt right here. Our power steering reservoir. Gotta loosen that, take that off. Man, this big build. I mean, this pole driver is cool as anything. Now we're gonna switch up. Take off the 10 and put on an 8mm or a 5/16. They're the same thing. Your receiver dryer is held on by a little 10mm bolt right there. See that? And take that off. All right, let's put these screws on. Let's put them to the side. We'll be right back. All right, guys. Again, this is another thing you don't have to do. You notice right now it's kind of bright. We took the hood off just so we can get some good angles at this. You do not have to take this hood off. All right, the next thing you want to do, get you a drain pan, put it up under the vehicle. The drain peacock on these is ridiculous to get to. Don't even think about it. Matter of fact, I will show you right now how stupid Chrysler was for doing this. Under the vehicle, in this little opening right here, and you'll see it right back there up against the radiator. You can hardly get anything in there on doing that. So, forget that. Put your drain pan under there. Next thing we're going to do is remove the hose. Get you a nice pair of vice grips or some hose clamp pliers. These things are cool. Sylvia got me these for Christmas. These things are bad, man. I like because they can swivel on each end. You can click them. It locks into place and then release it. Pull the lever and it releases. So what I'm going to do is go over here to this one. And watch how this works, guys. Put this like this. Put that one like that. Squeeze it. Whoops. Well, it's not supposed to come apart like that, but you know, make sure it's on there good. In fact, let me go like this. All right, and the pliers will lock right into place. Let's bring that back. To release it, squeeze it, pull the lever in, and release it. And what these are good for, let's get this out of the way. Back down in here, there's another clamp way up under here. Can you see that one? So let me see if I can. Let's get that one out. Okay, so it's going to be this side, like that, and like that. Oops. Yeah, I know. These are. Oh man, that thing is so close over to the side, man. I can't even get the tool in there. What happened to the regular clamps? All right, I'm using a 45-degree angle needle nose. I can turn that. Good. Turn that enough to get my pliers in there. You see the hard time having ring this thing. Bring that back to there. Dang it. Release them. Let's take some pressure off of this. Take the cap off. Oof.
What's that stuff?
I have no idea what I don't know if they put some kind of sealer in here before. But this is a good time that we got this on video to see this stuff. Because oh, that looks like water in there. Rusted water, man. This thing's... Alright, so I put my drain pan up under there. Twist the hose on one end, either one. And take it off. Make sure my drain pan is under there. And you want to make sure, get a marker, if you want, to mark which side going to the engine. So I'm going to get a little marker and I'm going to put right there so I can know this side goes right to the housing right here. Alright, so let's get that hose off and we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to do, before we go any further, let's disconnect the negative terminal on the battery. Now one, we can disconnect it from here because this wire goes down to the battery, but are we positive that there's no ground wire going from the battery to the body down below? So let's be on the safe side. Let's go down to the battery. And what sucks about these cars is that the battery is located behind this fender well cover right here. And actually you can see the little picture of a battery right there. So we're gonna have to take this tire off. I don't know if these might be aftermarket or yours. Your car has these. Get you a flat screwdriver. Pop the hubcaps off. And what you're gonna have is 5 19mm or 3/4 inch lug nuts. So let's get our 1/2 inch drive. We got a deep, I'm using a 19. And let's take those off and get this tire off. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we got the tire off. Now we gotta get this cover off. This cover is held on by 2 screws. Looks like somebody got this one loose already. These are 7mm. And it's got 4 clips. 1, 2, 3, 4 up here. And you notice I got the flat screwdriver. That's all we have to do is stick the screwdriver right between there. Or a pair of needle nose or something. Pop that center... Huh?
Yeah.
Oh. Pop the center part out. You know what? Let's get this the easy way. Let me get a pair of cutters on that. But we got our pole driver with a 7mm shallow socket. Let's get those 2 screws out and we'll be right back. Alright, got a pair of wire cutters here. And you want to be very careful. Don't cut that center part out. Don't break it off. You want to pull the center part out. And the other part will come right out. Let's do that one more time. Grab it right about there. Pull the center part out. And then the other part will come right out. Alright, let's get the other 2 and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got our last one over here. I'm going to pull this out. And I know you guys are like, oh man, there's a 7mm screw right up under here. And there's our battery. Now see, what I was worried about is that we could have just disconnected up there, but I was worried about another wire, a little wire coming out of here and bolting to ground, bolting to the body. And then you would have still shorted something out if you connect it. So what we're going to do is take a 5/16 or 8mm socket and we're going to take this negative terminal off and pull it to the side. We'll be right back. Alright guys, now we're back over here. Now let's get our expansion tank out of here. What you want to do, we took all the bolts out. Your power steering reservoir, just pick it up. Push that to the side a little bit. Your AC lines, if you disconnected them, from your receiver dryer, you're going to pick that up because down below it sets in like a... There we go. We'll pick that up. Bring our lines out of there. Swing that over. Now, to get our expansion tank out, looks like we got a little hose going right here. Pop this hose out of the channel. We got the hose right here. Twist it. Pop it off. Now we got a hose down here. So what we're going to do here, let's get us a pair of needle nose vice grips. Squeeze the clamp together. Bring it back. Now to break the seal off of this, because this thing is really tight, you're just gonna have to keep twisting it, and if you can't twist it enough, let's get a pair of channel locks here. And carefully you want to just slowly twist it back and forth until the seal breaks. And make sure your pan is underneath. And then we're going to take our expansion tank and bring it out of there. Now I'm about to show you the party line. Over here, you see we took off the hose. We took the hose off. Now we're going to put the expansion tank right here. Every time we take off a part, we're going to put it down in the line. So in that way, in case this job is down for an extended period of time, we can always just start from the other end of the line and go back. It's just that this thing is dirty inside. What the heck? What the heck is it? Can you see inside there? Light.
Yeah, I see.
Alright, anyway, where was I? You can easily put stuff back together. It's not all in a box or in a corner somewhere. It's just like that. That's the party line. Yeah, buddy. Can you dig it? Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to do is on the passenger side, we're going to pop this tie off. Same thing, 19mm lug nuts. So let's get this tie off and we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing we'll do is got to remove this shield right here. And this thing looks like it's missing a whole bunch of these clips and all. One right here, two up under there, I think over here. But let's take out these two and see what we got. Yeah, this whole thing is okay, I see over here they broke one of the clips. Right here they broke the head off to one of the clips. Oops. So I gotta figure a way of grabbing that out of there. But yeah, there's a bunch of clips here missing. So let's get that off of there. I'll be right back. Oh wait, look at that. One of the motor mount bolts. Look at that thing hanging down there. And somebody really did a job on this car. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get this thing out of our way too. Go and grab it and let's see, go around looking for clips. Here's one up here. Go around. You got one right here, one right here, one over here. So we're gonna take those three out. And I see 5 7mm sockets. So grab your pole driver with your shallow 7mm socket on it. The screws, 1, 2, 1 up here, 3, and 2 right here. So let's get all those out and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got everything out. Let's try to work this cover out of here. Alright, let's go set this junk into the party line too. We'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing we do is take our belt off. And if you notice right here, that little opening, that's going to your tensioner. And what I got here is a 8.5 inch 3/8 drive extension with my 3/8 drive ratchet. And you're gonna go like you're tightening it up. And it's going on to like a shock. So it's gonna take a little moment to go in. And once you get it enough, take the belt off and release it. And then the belt will come off. All right, let's get this belt off, and we'll be. Hey, look at that brand new AC compressor, and this thing had no Freon in it. Somebody must have said it was the AC compressor, but I guess they called it wrong. And also, look at these stains over here. This thing is serious. Well, seriously, maybe the water pump is messed up. I don't know. But let's get this belt off. We'll be right back. All right, guys. Now this part is going to be kind of difficult. Now, got your AC lines out of the way. Got your compressor out of the way. You see these little cooling lines right here, where I got this one hose disconnected?
Reservoir.
What did I say?
Compressor.
Oh yeah. I meant this. Whatever. I don't know what the heck. Got this cooling line disconnected right here, and you got these cooling pipes right here. You got 1 and 2. Move this out of the way so you can see it better. See those two?
Yeah.
All right. Notice how those cooling lines go over this motor mount. This is another dumb idea. We have to get these out of the way to get that mount out of there. So what we're gonna do here? We got one hose disconnected. The next thing we got to do is down here. It's going right down here to this hose right here. So what we're gonna have to do is take that clamp off as well. So let's see if I can see it through here. It'd be better. No, not really. That's not good. So let's see if I can get down there. Dang it, they make this thing so difficult to get to, guys. Let's get our pan up under there. Try to do nothing. Let's try my needle nose pliers. Dang it. Let's see if I can get this one underneath here. Guys, if you're doing this to your car, trust me, I feel for you. This sucks. Okay, got that down. All right, guys, we'll be right back. All right, guys, next thing we do, take us a long screwdriver, and we need to do is break the seal. Make sure you got your pan up under there. You need to break the seal around that hose. Trying not to damage the hose either. There we go. And you can see it's all that rusty stuff about to come out of there. And let me move my cardboard out of the way, because I'm going to need that. That hose off there. Look at that rusty water, guys. Believe me, that's not orange, that's rust. Alright, let's let that drain out. We'll be right back. Alright, guys, this is what came out. Alright, check it out. Let's go back up here. Now, holding that line on, we got two 10mm bolts. Let's switch this to here. You got one right there, bolted to the side of the frame. And I'm going to use a 10mm shallow with my 10mm, with my 3/8 drive ratchet. Get in there. And let's take that one off. We'll be right back. Alright, guys, we got one of them out. The next thing we're going to do, this time I'm going to grab my air ratchet with my 10mm deep 3/8 drive, And if you have a cordless ratchet, this would be a good time to use it. Because we're going to take off the other screw to the other part of that line. Now look at where I'm going. I'm going to go right here in this section, right here against the frame. So, get up under the car, go around to the back, and there's the bolt right up there. Let me put my ratchet on it. Alright, and now loosen that line up. Let's go back to the top. Right back. Alright guys, check it out. Our line is all loose. But before we get our line up there, what we gotta do is take an 8mm or 5/16 1/4" drive socket with our 1/4" drive ratchet. We got 2 screws. 1, 2 to take off the top cover. And this one's gonna be, well, this one is easy to get to, of course. And this one's gonna be a little bit difficult to get to. And actually what you want to do, guys, I'll be right back. Let me get me a wrench. Be right back. Alright guys, what I got here is a offset 5/16 on one end and 3/8 on the other. I have no idea where I got this wrench from. Ampro. I have no idea. But check this out. These things work great. Go in there. Go ahead and take that one off. And I can actually go ahead and take that one off. Let's get those 2 out of there, and we'll be right. Let me see, make sure I can get my fingers in there. Yeah, I can get my fingers in there. Alright, let's get those out, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, let's take our cover, pull it off. And it should just come right out of there. Sure. Yeah, I'm sure. No other bolts holding it in. Let's stick our bolts in here. Set this to the party line, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, now what we're going to do is we're not going to disconnect our power steering reservoir. Just leave that alone. Pick up our line and all. Get it around that. And that's what we want to do, is just get it up enough where we now can see our mount. Especially those 3 bolts right there, 13mm looks like. The other bolts holding it in is going in from the bottom. Alright, so let's get a tool. Let's get some, what we're going to need here? Let's get a swivel and get that. Or actually, you know what guys, tell you what, let's push this back down. Yeah, I can see them right going straight like that. Alright, what we're going to do, we're going to get our hydraulic jack and get a block of wood. Very important, get you a block of wood onto the jack, and we're going to set it up under the oil pan. We'll be right back. Alright guys, you notice I got my hydraulic jack. I got a 2x6 and a timber, what they call that? Landscape timber. Piece of wood right there. If you try to jack up under this oil pan, because it's aluminum, you try to jack this up with just a jack, you will. 100% guaranteed you're going to put a hole right in that pan. So that's what the block of wood is for. And you notice I'm setting it. Let me jack it back down a little bit more. You see this little flat side right here on the oil pan? That's the section I want to go at. Right there. Alright, so what we're going to do is just pick that up just a little bit, just to hold that right in place while we get those bolts out. We'll be right back. Alright guys, what I got me is a 13mm deep 1/2" drive with my 12" 1/2" drive extension. And what I want to do here is hold these pipes and everything over close to me. Bring my socket down there, because we got those 3 bolts that we got to take out. Can you see that good?
Oh yeah, I'm on it.
1, 2, and actually, if you want to go to the top, you can see it real good, straight up. 1, 2, and 3. So let me grab my 1/2" drive gun. 1. All right, let's get the other 2 out, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we unbolted all 3 of them. And we're gonna go in there. And we can be able to just pull them right out. Make sure they're all the same length. Okay, and we'll be right back to get the other 2 bolts. Alright guys, now we're up under the vehicle. And you see these 2 bolts right here? Those are 15 millimeters. Those bolts are going to the bottom half of that motor mount. So I'm using my 12-inch 3/8 drive, half-inch drive extension with a 15 millimeter deep socket. I'll put that onto my air gun right here. And let's see if we can get a shot of this. All right. All right, that's one. Long bolts too. Let's get that other one out, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we got both of the bolts out. We're gonna set them right here next to the other 3, and now we're gonna pick our power steering pump reservoir, the line, and the cooling lines all up as high as we can get it, so we can wiggle this mount. Out of here. Yeah, I know, that job sucked. Let's set our bolts in here, and then we're gonna put this on to the party line. We'll be right back. All right, guys, now we're gonna get all these lines out of our way. This is gonna be a mess. All right, to disconnect our power steering pump, what I'm gonna do is take my needle nose pliers. This is the return line. I'm gonna bring that back. What I got here is a piece of 3/8 hose with a bolt in it. So I'm going to plug that off. I'm going to lean that to the side when I pull this off. But before we do that, I'm going to get some hose clamps and clamp this off so this part don't leak. Pull it off and then stick this up there. So let me get some of that and I'll be right back. Alright guys, what I'm going to do, get my hose clamps right here. You know, this job, guys, you ever get a job like that, man? It seems like nothing goes right. All right, squeeze that back. Let's put my hose here, a rag here, because I am going to lose some fluid. I got to get ready to stick this up there. This would be cool to have another pair of hands. Okay, that's that. Then we can pick this whole thing up and get that out of the way. Let's get our hose from under here. Leg, put that to the side. Now this cooling line should be able to come up, but no, of course not. That'd be just too easy for it to just come up there, but that might be enough to get that bracket off. All right, we'll be right back. All right guys, now we're up under here. I got a bolt right here and then a nut back here. This is to the power steering pump. So I got a 13 millimeter wrench. And I'm going to loosen up this bolt. Should have used a ratchet. And that's all you got to do is loosen it up. And then go back here and loosen up the nut. Yeah, that ain't so easy, is it? Alright, let's loosen those 2 up a little bit more and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got those 2 loosened. Now, this is the suck part, guys. Check this out. We got one bolt right there. Here you go, right through this. Still too bright?
No, but I'm not sure where the bolt is.
Let me get right to it again. Right there. It's huh?
I didn't see that.
Right.
Oh, right in the middle of that thing?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the bolt we got to get to. We got to loosen it up just a little bit. I mean, as you can see, it's in a suck position. We got this little bracket right here. This might be in the way of a ratchet. What I'm going to do right now is jack the engine up. See, and this is what I mean about having the exhaust and everything disconnected. Because now we can be good into this lining up. And there's the bolt right there. So I'm going to get let me see if we can get a ratchet with a 13 millimeter. And that's all we have to do is just get that loose. We'll be right back. All right, guys, I got my 13 millimeter 3/8 drive socket with my swivel head 3/8 drive ratchet. Let's get in there. Yeah, we got on there. And that's all I'm looking, just to loosen that up. That's should be it. Okay, let's go back over here, down here. And what I'm gonna do is pull on this belt to see if the tension will come off. Dang it, you know what? Let me let this engine back down. Be right back. All right, guys, we're up under here. I'm gonna pull on this belt. Yeah, there we go. What the heck, man? It moved. Make sure these things are loose. You gotta be. Oh, this thing's on a kind of line on that, stuck on that line. There we go. All right. You know, gotta be. Kidding me, man. Crazy, bright ideas, man. Let's stick this thing as close to the body as we can so Astro can work on it. Guys, let me show you what if you see this line right here, the high pressure line, that thing is bolted down there, and that thing, it will not, there we go. See how pushing up against it? So I'm gonna have to hold it, then work that belt off. All right, there we go, guys. All right. We'll be right back. All right, guys, next thing we do, we got our harmonic balancer right here. Let's take off this center bolt. Then we're going to need a special tool to take this off. And you can get that special tool, go to rent it at AutoZone. Of course, you know it's free. Or you could be like me and just buy your own. All right, so 19 mil, we're going to use 19 millimeter deep, 1/2-inch drive. Get that bolt off of there. And we'll be right back. All right, guys, here's the tool to do this. As you can see, it looks almost brand new because there's hardly ever you use these things. Let's keep this up here. Blow away. First of all, looks like I use this one most of the time. So let's stick that in there. Yeah, pretty much. There it is. Then we got this one. They got the claws on it, and it goes around each 3 of those points right there. That rod's got to go through the center. in there. Get that in there. Take the bolt. And as you tighten this up, you gotta make sure those cords stay in there. Okay, now it's set up. All right, let's get us a wrench. And it's got a little opening right here for a ratchet. Now, sometimes the guys who lose their air tools, do not use air tools on this. You want to use your regular ratchet, 3/8 ratchet. And sometimes you can hold it right here. Let's see, this one turned. So we got to get a wrench and hold that end. We'll be right back. All right, guys, got my 15/16 wrench. Let's take this back off. Let's get this hooked up into there. I was trying to get it so. Yes, and we're going to go tightening. And I'm going to go ahead until the wrench touches up against the lower control arm. And then I'm going to go ahead and tighten this up. And what it's doing is actually pulling that pulley off. And also, you notice what I'm doing here. Down here, when I'm doing this, I'm not going like this and bringing it in, because just in case it slips or anything, I do not want to hit up against this, because that will hurt, especially when it's cold. So what I'm doing is going like bringing my hand open, just in case, so it won't hurt. All right, let's keep doing this. And as you got to see, I got the engine down. This thing is very close, guys. Getting very close to that, but you will have enough room. Yeah, you can tell when it's almost off. And right now it's getting close. So if I wanted to, what I could do here is turn the engine so it's got the two flat sides up there, so it'll come right off of there. And then of course, it's gonna mess me up, being that I should be almost there. Guys, don't ask me why they made this thing pressured, pressed fitted. I don't know. I have no idea what their malfunction is. All right, we got that off, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we got that off. Got it in the party line. Now, while we're up under here, we got two 8mm bolts holding on that timing cover. So grab your pawl driver. I like doing that every time. Grab your pawl driver. Okay, get a deep 8mm 1/4" drive. Hold on. Siri, give us a joke.
What? I don't have one.
Boo! Boo, everybody.
Okay, I have a joke, but it's not an uncle joke. It's a joke.
Okay.
But it might be like a 3-part. It's kind of a long joke.
No, we want an uncle joke. We need something quick. Boo.
Okay.
Send me the... Oh, okay.
What kind of witch can you take to the beach?
Boo! That's too easy. Boo! Put it in the comment section. Boo!
Okay, I'll think of one.
All right.
Get back to me.
8mm deep 1/4" drive with the pawl driver. Take those two bolts out. 1, too. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're at the top now. Next thing I'm gonna do, start jacking our engine up. You see that? Because we got that exhaust and everything on, look at that, man. We are perfect here to line up. The next thing we're gonna do, we got this bracket right here we gotta get off. So let's get this out of the way the best way possible. We can get to them. Alright guys, let's get some tools. Let me get some socket size, say 13. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, the first thing we want to do is take off our tensioner shock right here. And that's going to be a 13 millimeter. I'm going to use a 13 millimeter shallow socket, 3/8 drive. And let's get that bolt, dang it. Let's get that bolt out of there. Be right back. Alright, next guys, you're going to use a 15 millimeter shallow. Same 3/8 drive ratchet. Pick your hose up, and we got the bolt right back here on the bracket. And it looks like we're going to have a little issue here because this thing sucks. There it is. Alright, now on this, dang it. On this bolt, guys, this bolt does not come out all the way. Man. Well, guys, you know how tight that is now. See if I loosened it up. Heck no, I didn't loosen it up. This sucks. Why do I always get these jobs, man? Hold on. I got the wrong size here. I gotta check this out. Hold on, guys. Let me see if this is a 14. Looks like the thing is awfully. No. This is a 15. This socket cracked anything? It felt like it was slipping off, which means we're gonna have to change up our strategy. What we're gonna need is a 15 millimeter wrench. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, you're gonna find this kind of funny. I got a 15 millimeter wrench, but mine's is 13 point, and when something this tight, I do not want to use a 12 point socket because it's a good chance it will slip right off. So I am going to try this 15 again, 6 point. Man, it feels like it's gonna snap. Alright, again, this bolt will not come all the way out, so just gonna take it out as much as possible by hand. And that's it. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, I think I got this bolt all the way. Oh wait a minute. That bolt looked like it wanted to come. Nope, it will not come out. Alright, we're just going to leave it just like that. And now we got two other bolts now. We got one right here, inside there. And then we got one up under there. So now I'm going to switch over to my 15 millimeter deep. You see the bottom one?
Yeah.
Alright, then I want to switch to my 15mm deep. And these two I should be able to take out. Man, these bolts are tight. Alright, got that one loose. Alright, let's get those out and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got all the bolts loose, everything ready to go. Now we got 2 more bolts to go into this bottom cover right here. I'm going to move this tensioner out of the way. And there's a bolt right back into there. See that?
Nope.
Still dark?
Yeah. Oh, I see it now. Okay, I got it. Okay.
And the other one is over this side.
Oh, I thought you got that one right below this bracket.
Huh? Which one? The big one?
No, on the right side of it.
What about it?
You don't have to take that out?
Yeah, I just wanted to show them where it was at.
Where?
The other one is right over there under the bracket. It's way down. Right there where the light is.
Okay.
Alright, now to get those 2 out, what you're going to use is a deep 8mm or 5/16 1/4" drive socket. And watch where I'm placing it right here. Right where this little opening is. Oops. Make sure you're going loose on it. Alright, dang it. Okay, there's one. We're going to get that out. And then, when we get that out, we're going to go over here. You know what? Let's take this bolt, that's this bottom bolt out of here. And then we're gonna go. I'll put the.
If I may, I believe there's 3 bolts.
You see another one?
Right under here. That's the one I thought you were going to point at.
Which one?
It's right under the bracket. Right
Into
under there.
that little hole or another one?
No, not that one. Right. This part right here, right below it. If you look.
No.
There's no. What is that? Oh, that's part of the bracket. My bad.
You on? That took 20 seconds from my time.
Oh my gosh. Really?
You know, see, this is what I go through.
I am not no Billy Bob. Watch till you talk to me.
Maybe you need to do my thoughts working with Tim.
Oh, I will. I got some words.
Got no words.
Got a few of them.
Dang it, man. What a... Alright, let me... Right here. I know guys saying, man, I ain't never working on Chrysler. If he's having a hard time, then he's a genius. So
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
all right, got that bolt right there. Let's get both those bolts out, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, got the last bolt out right here. And while you're looking up at this angle, I'm gonna go from the bottom here. Take this cover.
You sure?
No, actually, I'm positive. I ain't sure. Get the deuce. Let's get this bracket right here now. Now we can get the bracket right here. Ugh, man, where that bolt at? There we go. Let's put the bolt back in it. Let's put our other bolt back in it. It looks like our party line over here is growing. Alright. Now, there we go. Alright, let's get this cover out and we'll be right back. Alright guys, there we go. This thing is off. Let's see what we see here. Huh. This belt just broke. Wow, this belt. Look at the teeth. You want to put in the light. That belt was definitely coming apart. Alright guys, we'll be doing the water pump. So next what we gotta do is take off this back cover, which means we gotta take off the cam gears, tensioner, the idler, and take that cover off. Alright, we'll be right back.
Alright, so this is the end of part 1 on this 2002 Dodge Stratus 2.4 engine, and we're doing the water pump and timing belt. So if you guys have any comments or questions, you can post it below in the comment section, or you can email Timmy at tim@astralautorepairs.com. Hope you paid attention. If not, watch it again. This is Sylvia from Astral Auto I'm cold. Astral Auto Repairs. If we can't repair it, nobody can. See you next time.